Hello everybody and welcome to Meister Tarot on this. We've had so much rain and we're heading into summer. It's as muggy as anything, but the garden is loving it. The vegetables are taking off, so I'm looking forward to harvesting a good crop shortly to share with all the neighbours and whomever in the neighbourhood that would like some fresh vegetables. Okay, what I'm going to look at today. Now, I did do a recording on this, but silly me must have not pressed the record button, which, does happen on occasion. So I'm going to try to clear my mind. Actually, to be honest, once I've recorded something, I don't remember the reading itself because there are so many readings that get done, but I will try and not use the reading I did just before to influence this particular reading. So, hope you're all fantastic today. Thank you, Meister, for joining me, and welcome to yourselves and your spirits that are with you today. So, I wanted to have a look at whether the Build Back Better bill. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Build Back Better bill. I understand why politicians and companies have slogans, and to be honest, that slogan encompasses everything that this bill is trying to achieve, but it's still a mouthful. Anyhow, so this is a bill that's being put forward to the federal government by the Biden administration, and I'll put a link down below as to what it actually covers. But in a brief summary, what the bill is looking at doing is taxing corporations a flat 15% for I believe, their income, not their net taxable income, because what's happening at the moment all around the world is that companies are making billions of dollars in a particular country, shipping the net profit overseas to beneficial tax countries where they pay then minimal, if at all, any tax. They're not actually paying any tax in the country that they're operating in, aside from the taxes on the wages of the employees. But there are not necessarily particularly many employees for a company. So if you take Facebook and Google operating in Australia, they make out of Australians hundreds of billions of dollars. eBay's the same, in hundreds of billions of dollars in income, but they're paying no tax because that income is being shifted elsewhere. So the Biden government is looking at taxing that income. Not a onerous amount, 15%. It's almost just like a value-added tax or a goods and services tax on their income. And what that money would go towards is, I've got a bit of a list here, but universal health care, childcare, affordable and quality aged care, tax relief for families with younger children, rebates for the middle class to install green energy systems into their homes, going towards green technology, reforestation of tracts of land, healthcare shake-up, which is desperately needed. So, public hospital systems, the PBS, well, we call it the PBS, the Prescription Benefit Scheme, I think it's called, where essential drugs are compensated for by the government. So something that is life that you're required to live, like insulin or whatever, that may cost thousands of dollars a month. If you had to actually pay for it, might cost you $20 a month, because the government, that's in Australia, the government pays the difference. So honestly, you had the infrastructure bill that's gone through that will improve for all Americans the actual physical infrastructure. This particular bill is about reforming the social infrastructure. Both sort of go hand in hand, and both are fantastic for the US, and it's about as a community, them that can afford helping those that for whatever reason they can't afford. And until you walk in the shoes of those that cannot afford, we really have no right to pass judgment on them. So, sorry, that was my little soapbox. I'll hop off my soapbox again and we'll do the reading. So I just want to see, what is the Build Back? Tell me about the Build Back Better legislation. Tell me about the Build Back Better legislation. Hello, Meister. Yes, tell me about the Build Back Better legislation. Tell me about Build Back Better. Tell me about Build Back Better. Okay, let's have a quick look. Okay, this is the money chest. 10 of Pentacles. Right, 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Clear as, giving and receiving help as required. This is the bill itself. There is some anxiety in regards to it, but it is a rebalancing. The Star of Hope is about hope, restoring systems, offering respite to people. Not quite sure what this anxiety card is. I might pull some others on it. This on the base of the pack. Walking towards, this is walking away from what's not serving you, but it is also walking towards, if you have a look, towards the light. 8 of Wands, it'll happen fairly quickly. It'll actually pass through very quickly. Gosh, might even be before Christmas. And the 9 of Cups is prosperity for all, cheers and good time, and there's my King of Cups Biden card. So that tells me about the bill itself. I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale cards, lovely cards. They're my sort of in-between cards. They're not my family and friends cards, but they're also not my political reading cards either. Okay, let's have a quick look. Trying to get these cards. They don't want to come out. Why is this? There you go. I like to keep my cards in these little bags with their stones. These particular one, each deck of cards chooses their protective gemstone, and this one is a lapis lazuli. So tell me about this anxiety card. Okay. Tell me about this anxiety card. What has just come? What I've just been told is that there will be some issues with the bill itself. Now, whether that's okay, this is working together to build a solid foundation. Star of Hope on the bottom again. But we'll continue on the top for clarifiers. the 9 of Cups again. So these are just really confirming what I've already said. And the King of Wands, so this is a visionary and an honorary authoritative figure. So you've got the King of Cups and the King of Wands. What I really got was this bill, there are going to be, this anxiety isn't so much about people being anxious about the bill and concerned. This is just some in the government system bringing up some concerns about the bill. So we shall ask about those concerns. I'll do a abbreviated Celtic. No, I won't. I'll do a similar signifier and 3 clarifiers. Now, what question do I want? Will the bill, I'm just trying to think what your systems of government are called. I think you have in the US, you have the House and the Senate. I think the Senate's also known as Congress or similar. in Australia we have the lower house and the Senate. Well, we have the lower house and the upper house, and so the lower house is also known as the House of Representatives, and the upper house is known as the Senate. So I'm assuming you've got something similar, just different names. So will the Build Back Better bill legislation pass the House of Representatives? Will the Build Back Better bill pass the House of Representatives? Okay, quickly. Signifier, 3 of Cups. Yep, circles of support coming together. Clarified by judgment, which is a call to arms, a collective awakening, a realisation that this is good. Page of Cups, so bringing forward a message, something to be revealed. I think this is about potential changes, but this is a moving forward. And then the final card is the Empress, which is prosperity and abundance. And to be honest, the 2 bills that are going through are essential for the prosperity and abundance going into the future for the United States. Base of the pack is death. Now, death is not very, very rarely actual death. In this instance, it means authentic reform, a new beginning, both financially a new beginning, but also work-wise a new beginning, dreaming big, and then the systems of government, the Hierophant. So I get that as a yes. There will be maybe a little bit of pushback, but what I'm more interested in is your upper house, Senate and Congress. I think you believe you call it. The Democrats and progressive independents do have the balance of power there, although because being progressive covers such a wide spectrum from moderate right through to extreme, there's a lot of people to placate in the Senate. That's why the infrastructure bill, some of the very progressive Democrat and independents did not vote for the infrastructure bill because they believed it didn't go far enough. So Republicans who saw that this was good for the country stepped forward and it was passed. And it's similar with the Build Back Better, but I sincerely believe that they need to get something through, and once it's through, then they can always add to it. But as I was trying to get across in my long, convoluted, tangented way, they only hold a very slim majority. There's a couple in the Democratic Party, I think Minchin and Sinema, who, even though they are Democrats, have more of a right-wing conservative Republican slant to their way of thinking, rather than more big industry, monetary capitalism, rather than socialistic community. So I just want to see how will, so 3 signifier and 3 clarifiers, will the Build Back Better legislation pass the Senate? Will the Build Back Better legislation pass the Senate? Okay, flung out at me, King of Wands. So this is the visionary again, authoritative figure, visionary, signifies the 2 of Swords. Okay, so there will be some difficult decisions to be made. There's not a lot really I can say about that, but they're at a crossroads. The United States is at a crossroads, and they need to make a decision on this as to which way they progress forward. Some will find it a difficult decision, some will find it very simple, some will vote along party lines, some will vote, nothing that Biden puts forward will get through, some will vote everything that Biden puts forward that gets through, and there will be others in the middle that will dither. But it is decision time, and there will be a difficult decision to be made. There will be some misinformation and manipulation and lies that are put out there in regards to this bill. But then we've got the Empress again, the prosperity. So base of the pack, Two of Cups, again, difficult decisions, which matches with the Two of Swords, but also partnerships and contracts. It will be burdensome to get this plan through. It will be difficult. But then you have the Three of Pentacles, which is building a solid foundation. This is the base, this is the Magician, manifesting something into reality. And then you've got the Strength card, which is taking control, but also it is just simply strength, a powerful moving forward. So I see that as yes, but there will be some argy-bargy, as we say in Australia, some back and forth, some compromises to be made for it to pass. The very last question, I want to do a abbreviated Celtic Cross. Just trying to think how to word this particular question. So yes, I've got a yes, it will pass both houses. I'll just do an extended Celtic Cross on the bill. Tell me about the Build Back Better bill as an extended cross, which will just give us a little bit more in-depth than the 4 cards. As a partial Celtic Cross, tell me about the Build Back Better bill legislation. As a partial Celtic Cross, tell me about the Build Back Better legislation. I have seen that it goes through. I have seen that there is compromise as they come together and nut it out, mainly in the Senate. But tell me about the bill. Tell me about this bill. Tell me, and we'll see what it says. Tell me about this bill. All right. Let's have a look. King of Swords. Powerful again. All kings are powerful authority figures. He is a researcher, a logical truth seeker, investigator. So this is the signifier card. I'll just move that back slightly. Signifier card is just a powerful truth seeker, crossed by the Six of Wands, victory. Oh, that's interesting. Wonder why it's crossed by that. Anyhow, we'll keep going. Base of the pack, Eight of Cups. Now this is can be walking away from what's not serving you, but my preferred version is if you have a look at the light, illuminating the path that they are going to travel, and then you've got the full moon that they're heading towards. To me, this is walking towards what is serving you, what is best. So great card to have at the base of the pack. In the past, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is about financial security. This is what has led to this point. About creating the realization that there is a need to create financial security. A capitalist society cannot function and grow without financial security. If people don't have, they cannot spend, which is why I always sort of question when governments decide to give tax breaks to those in the upper echelons of earning, yet don't increase the minimum wage, don't increase the pension, etc. Because if you're on a minimum wage and a pension, you will spend every dollar that you get to perhaps buy some slightly better food, or just even enough to feed yourself. They will. People who earn less, if they get more money, they will spend the money. Thems that are on $500,000 a year or whatever, over 400,000 a year, which is where the previous government's tax cuts were. What are they going to do? Buy another jet? Go on a skiing holiday, buy another house or some real estate. They're actually not putting money into the churning of the economy. So this is what this card is the acknowledgement that financial security is essential to the growth and the stability of the economy in the US. So crowning it all, another two. So if we have a look at these two cards, very similar. They are both following a path towards the light. This one's walking away from what's not serving you. This is making a decision to walk towards. So this is a decision card. This is an emotional card, but they're very similar. Moving on to what will serve better. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles again, which is the money chest. Base of the pack. Six of Pentacles again, which is giving and receiving help, giving and receiving money. So this is what the bill is about. I just want to have a quick look and see why this victory card is challenging the King of Swords, because they're all, every card there is a positive card. There is no real challenge that's leaping out at me. So can you please, Meister, tell me what the Six of Wands, why this is in the challenge position. Oh, what fell out there? Queen of Pentacles again. So the challenge is acknowledging the need for financial security and practical help. Another two cards, please, Meister. Another two cards on this Six of Wands. Another two cards on this Six of Wands, please. Now, Wands is a plan. So it is, telling me that the plan will be victorious for the benefit of all Americans. But tell me about this Six of Wands, please. Two more cards, please, Meister. Okay. Okay. So we've got the this thief and deceptor and misinformation spreader and betrayer has cropped up again, and heartbreak, disappointment. Okay, what I'm seeing here, and then there is some retreat. But again, we've got the victory card again. So the plan will get through. It will not get through in the full form that people were hoping for. But all I can say is please have faith. This is the first step of a journey. This is about a journey, not a destination. So I'm excited. I'm hoping it gets through sooner rather than later. So the sooner it can be implemented. Nothing works quickly in government, so it will take a while for it to the advantages of these bills to actually work their way through the systems to the average person, but it's going to be fantastic. So thank you for joining me today. Stay safe. Love you all, sending you light and blessings, and take care. Okay, catch you later. Bye-bye.